So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Bat Whispers from 1930. Kind of reminded me of The Old Dark House from a couple years later. There's some interesting tidbits about this flick that I'd like to get to. I guess it was one of the first talkies. It was the longest running Broadway play from 1920. And it became The Bat, directed by the same guy, Roland West, in 1925. This is a remake of The Bat, done by the same director, Roland West. So this is a 1930 flick. The most notable aspects of it are the special effects and the cinematography. People have mixed feelings about this because I'd say, with the exception of the first 5 minutes, which are amazing, the next 15 minutes after that, or the first 20 minutes minus the first 5 minutes, are pretty boring. Seems like the owner of the house and the maid are kind of have this corny, cheesy, rather inane, boring dialogue going. Of course, the homeowner thinks she's 20 times smarter than the maid, and the maid is scared to death. Before that part, though, there's pretty cool scenes of the city, and lead up to the dark house, the haunted house, I guess you call it, and so the Bat's first crime was to steal jewelry from this dude, and even warn him ahead of time when he was going to steal it. With the cops surrounding the place and everything, he still managed to steal the jewel, which was pretty cool. And then he left a little bat card. Bob Kane, by the way, got his idea for Batman from this movie. So all the Batman movies are a rip-off on this, especially when you consider that Tim Burton also did 2 Batman movies within 5 years of each other, similar to The Bat and The Bat Whispers, I guess. I don't know when Batman Returns came out, but I'm guessing it was mid-90s. Yeah, so now you know where Tim Burton got his idea, I guess. I don't know. Well, you know where Bob Kane got his idea anyway. It was the whole Batman comic, the movie franchise, toys, everything, television show. That was all from this movie. Well, part of it was from this movie. At least the Bat's costume looks rather similar. The way he kind of floats around, like, spread his bat wings like this. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like the way they use shadows in this to capture the Bat. And it's got a little plot twist ending. You got to be patient with it. Like I said, it's kind of boring in the beginning, with the exception of the first 5 minutes, like I said. But it's like audition. It's kind of like build up to the end, and as more and more people enter the house, it gets more interesting. The reason why so many people are in the house is because there's like a bank robbery, and I guess the money heister decides to hide somewhere in the house, or put the money somewhere in the house. It's like in a secret room or something. So I don't want to give away too much of the plot, but of course the Bat's there because he wants to get his hands on it. And you really don't find out who the Bat is until the end. So I won't tell you who the Bat is. They even have a clever ending where after the movie, the actor like pops out of the screen and says, "Don't tell your friends who the Bat is." It's like supposed to be this this big secret, like he might get sore at you or something like that. That was pretty cool. It's like almost like a William Castle trick at the end, one of those kind of gimmicks. So that was pretty cool, and yeah, I love it. It's in glorious black and white, of course, and I saw the 65 millimeter version. I guess there are two versions on this disc: 65 millimeters and 35 millimeters. So I watched the 65 millimeters. I don't know what the difference is between the two, but I just thought I'd watch the first one and skip the second one. I don't want to see the same damn scenes all over again, unless it's a movie like Caligula where they have two completely different versions. You know what I mean? So that's about it. I'll make this short. Reminded me of the Old Dark House, a 1932 flick with Boris Karloff and William Lawton. That movie was pretty cool too. I give both movies 5 stars. I love 1930s horror. This is kind of like a horror noir type flick. I guess that's why it reminded me of the Old Dark House. But anyway, that's about all I have to say. Later.